Someone tried finessing you and was flabbergasted you knew. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone tried finessing you and was flabbergasted you knew. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, you can't finesse me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't finesse me. Now, let's just go ahead and get right into it, y'all. What it means to finesse a person is taking advantage of them in front of their faces, all right? Using and abusing them in front of their faces. In fact, when a person finesse you, they make you want to give it up, whether that's your money, whether that's your body, whether that's your time, your energy. But the things they say to you, the things they do for you, or the things they portray to you, it looks so good to where you want to give it up willingly. All right, that's a finesse. So I'll tell y'all this right here, y'all. Y'all gonna call me crazy, stupid, dumb, all that, but I was 18 years old, all right? So when I first moved here to Atlanta, I went to a college by the name of the Art Institute of Atlanta, right? Y'all all know this, who've been following me. And I was a broke college student. I only had about $500 to my name. That's all I had. And of course, y'all know I blew maybe 200 of it. I think I blew about 300 of it trying to get food, shoes, clothes, stuff like that. But I had my last $200. I said, man, I got to figure out something. I got to figure it out. And so I seen this dude on Instagram, and it was multiple pages like this, but they had a scamming business or finessing business that was turning cash into more cash. I know it sounds crazy, right? But I'm 18 years old. So I said, you know what, man? I'm a shop with his business. You know, I'm gonna try this thing out. And so I gave him my $200. And long story short, there you have it, folks. I was finessed. I was hoodwinked. I was led astray. I was bamboozled. And he did not go into my account and steal my money. I went into my own account and stole my own money. Gave it to somebody else. I robbed myself, y'all. What I'm saying is this is the art of finesse, okay? You may be dealing with a man, and he's a charmer, all right? He's somebody who makes you feel comfortable, make you feel good, okay? He's a person who gives you the authority, although that's what you think. And when you finally realize that you've been taken advantage of the whole time, it's too late. And now you have another horror story about how a man have taken advantage of you. Same thing with a woman. She can be beautiful. You think that she's giving you sugar, but the whole time she giving you salt, bro. Rena, what are you saying right now? She finessed you out your cash, out your time, out your energy. You know how? Because you fell for her looks and not for her heart. She finessed you. And she did not put a gun to your head and make you do it. This is what finesse is, y'all. All right? But with that being said, when you know, you have people flabbergasted. They can't believe that you knew. You know, it's almost like, oh, what? How do you know that I was about to go there? How did you see my game? How did you see my BS? How did you see it? I need somebody to drop in the comments and say I'm always on game. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm always on game. Now, the reason why I say this, y'all, is because, once again, when a person is finessing you or trying to finesse you, that means that they want you to give it up because they are too lazy to go get it for themselves. All right? Don't fall for it, y'all. They're going to try to make you feel like you are wrong. They're going to try to guilt trip you. They're going to try to shame you. They're going to try to make you feel like you're the problem. But in actuality, they are the ones who's not providing a solution to the problem they claim that you are. I need y'all to realize something. Don't fall for the guilt trip. Don't fall for them acting confused. It's all an act, by the way. Don't fall for them acting as if they are so flabbergasted. They don't know what's going on and they don't know why you're acting this way. Family, they're trying to finesse you. Do not give them whatever they are asking you for or trying to get you to give them willingly. All right. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. As y'all can see, we are outside connected with nature, y'all. The waterfalls are going. You may hear some sounds. It's construction in the back. All right. Families are out. People are getting off around this time. You know, most people in the world get off around about 5, so y'all may see people around here, people jogging. In other words, y'all, fall is falling, and it's a good day in the neighborhood, y'all, to connect with nature. Y'all make sure y'all connect with nature. But I do want to say this, y'all. Your boy woke up on the bad side of the bed today, man. You know, yeah, Mr. Positive woke up on the bad side of the bed, okay? However, it's because people try to play with you. And I share this, y'all, to share my testimony. When people try to play with you, take advantage of your kind heart, take advantage of your kindness overall, just take advantage of a good person. You have to realize that it's something in them. It ain't you. It's something in them. It is not you. And so the best thing you can do is realize and thank God that God gave me another day to live. It's more breath in my body. It's worse for somebody else. And I also said that to say this. I'm just like you. Some days I feel good. Some days I feel bad. Some days I'm up. Some days I'm down. But the difference between me and a lot of people is if I'm down, I find a way to get back up. I keep going. My resilience is what keeps me pushing. And with me being an empath, it's so easy to take on the emotions of other people. And it's difficult for me to pour mine onto others. I feel like a bother, if you will, you know? And I'm just sharing this with y'all because I know y'all my family. And if nobody got me, man, I know my fam got me just like I got y'all. But the point is that for whoever feels down today, keep going, keep pushing, and just know it can always be worse. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? But we're going to go ahead and get directly into this. Actually, what I just said kind of ties into this video. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all make sure y'all ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Number one, y'all, first thing is first. You caught them off guard. Yup. You caught them off guard, y'all. See, think of it like this. Let's just say you have a long lost friend or a family member, co-worker, associate, or somebody who knows you who just somehow got your address, right? Maybe you gave it to them and they pop up at your crib. They ain't call you. They ain't ask could they come over. They ain't say, hey, man, I'm in town. You wake up. Next thing you know, they at your door. You can be eating Pop-Tarts, popcorn. You can be in the shower. You can be watching Martin, Jamie Foxx show, Bill Cosby. You can be doing anything, but they just popped up on you. It caught you off guard. But here's what catches them off guard. The fact that you say, hey, I'm not available. They see that you're at home. They see that you are available. But you have to tell them no. Why? Because you're trying to finesse me out my time. You want me to put myself aside. This is my only off day. This is the only time I have to spend it with me. Maybe you have a family, to spend it with your family. The point that I'm saying, y'all, is this right here. It caught them off guard when you was caught off guard by telling them, hey, you can't come. I see that you see me, but no, you can't. You know the problem, y'all, is that they are used to a behavior of passiveness. They are used to a behavior of submissiveness. They are used to a behavior of being explanatory. They are used to a behavior of you allowing them to get their way. They're used to that. So you catch them off guard when you stop doing that. You catch them off guard when that's no longer your responsibility. You've thrown that away. Make sense of what I'm saying? Y'all drop in the comments and let me know. But the point is that you caught them off guard. They wanted to finesse you. And you hit them with a response that was so intelligent. You hit them with a reaction that was so classy, yet it was firm and assertive. You don't got to be nasty to get your point across. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. You don't got to punch people in the nose, kick people in the face, punch people in the back, stab them in the stomach. You don't got to do none of that to get your point across. All you got to do is be assertive and firm. That's it. Number two, it's going to be this right here, y'all. People think kindness equals greatness. I'm sorry, y'all. It equals greenness, all right? People think kindness equals greenness. What that means is, some reason people equate how good you are as a person and how good your heart is they equate it to how smart you are. All right. See, somebody drop in the comments and say thoughts over feelings. Yeah. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say thoughts over feelings. Reno, what are you saying right now? You use your mind more than you do your heart. Your heart is just good, right? So just because you allow a person to get their way one time, just because a person disrespected you, maybe it wasn't that blatant, but it was some low-key, silent, underhanded disrespect, and you just bit your tongue on it. Just because you did that one time doesn't mean that you're going to continuously do it. See, the problem is, y'all, is that people think that since you are a good person, you are a dumb person. And that could not have been any further from the truth. You take a person who's walking on the street just as a natural person, right? Just a regular individual. And if they're just giving out candy bars, or if they're just giving out flowers, they're just giving out, food for free, or whatever the case is, even if they're just giving out money, somebody in their mind gonna think that they are green. Okay? They're going to think that they're naive. See, just because they had the decency to be kind to humanity, to be kind to feed the homeless, to be kind to give to charity, it does not mean that they are dumb. See, the difference between being green and a good person is you have made a conscious decision. You made a choice. All right? I made a choice to do something for you, not because I felt like I had to, not because you got over on me, not because you took advantage, but because I wanted to. Therefore, I'm not green, right? Now, when you think of a person being naive, that's a bit different. When a person is naive, they don't have the information. They don't have the intelligence in that area. Maybe they never had the dialogue with their parents or whoever raised them, their guardians. So yeah, they're naive, but it still does not mean that they are dumb. They're just naive. But when you're naive or green, many people think that they can continuously get over on you. They think that they can continue. At some point, you're going to learn it. And now you've learned. You're no longer green. And for some of y'all, you've never been green. The point is, y'all, the fact that you are kind, the fact that you are a good person, they will try to equate that to being green. And that could not have been any further from the truth. The next thing, y'all, is number 3. That's going to be this right here, y'all. What somebody said. All right? What somebody said. Yeah. Sometimes, y'all, the word around town is, this person is a good person. Man, you can get over on them. Man, this person right here, they'll do this X, Y, and Z for you. Listen, y'all. You know how the young girls in school got talked about and how they got exposed by their true actions and who they were? They got exposed because all the guys was talking about it. Hey, such and such will let you lay down with it. Hey, such and such should do this. That's how guys talk about young girls, just like young girls talk about the guys who stink or who's maybe ugly to them or whatever the case is. He can't perform well in bed, whatever. The point is that it gets talked about. Y'all remember the movie The Wood when he was like, you let Terry bone? It was because of what somebody else said. Did she give it to you? Nope. See, the point is sometimes people go off of what was said. They don't go off of what was true. What was said is just gossip. It's a rumor. It don't make it true. Somebody drop in the comments and say it don't make it facts. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say it don't make it facts. What somebody said has truly influenced how somebody else decided to approach you and treat you. And I can promise you that. Number 4 is going to be this right here, y'all. They expected you to take it, right? They just expected you to take it. This is the American syndrome, right? Americans, and when I say Americans, I'm talking about the government in America, they expect for you to just take it, right? We'll take your food stamps. What you going to say about it? We can't give it to you. So what, right? They'll take your welfare. They'll take your Section 8. We can't give it to you. So what? What you going to do about it? I thought so. That's the American syndrome. They just want you to take it for no reason. In other words, they bully you, all right, and get mad when you say, hey, I don't want to be bullied. In other words, they can piss in your apple juice and expect for you to drink it and say, this is some good apple juice. No, it ain't. You pissed in it. No, it's not. Rena, what are you saying right now? They expected for you to take the finesse. They expected for you to be happy. They expected for you to sit down and just get slapped. get beat on, get hurt, to suffer emotionally, drown mentally. They expected for you to take it. And now you the bad guy. See, family, sometimes you got to be the villain in somebody else's story to be your own hero. Yup. Sometimes you got to be the villain in somebody else's story to be your own hero. In other words, you got to save yourself. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You got to save yourself. Guaranteed. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. And this is very important. They thought playing on your heart would work. All right? They thought playing on your heart would work. Reno, what are you saying? Most times family members do this. Family members do it a lot. Okay, we're gonna stick with family members for a minute. But family members know what makes you feel sad. They know what makes you feel hurt. They know what makes you feel incomplete. They know what makes you feel vulnerable. They know what makes you feel away, right? However, they play on that to get what they want from you. They play on your weak points. They play on your vulnerabilities. Make sense of what I'm saying? So when I say they think that your heart is stronger than your mind, they could not have gotten that any wronger. No, it's thoughts over feelings. Point blank, period. You're going off of what you know and not what you feel. Friends, maybe they know what you like. Maybe they know what grinds your gears in a good way. Maybe they know where you like to go out at. Maybe they know what type of people you like to be around, what type of drink you want. They'll play on that just to pull from you. It's all a finesse, right? It was this, I think this guy by the name of the Pied Piper or something like that, but he used to sing to all the kids. And when he sung to the kids, he used to get them all following behind his truck, following behind his call, all right? I ain't gonna say truck because the Pied Piper was, way back in the day. But the point is, he would sing, and when he was singing to those kids, it would make them follow him no matter where he went. And he was a dangerous man. He was the Pied Piper. In fact, that's what they tried to call R. Kelly. Okay? And so what I mean by that is, y'all, is that sometimes a person can do something so well, do something so good, give you something, an experience, an amazing voice, just to call you, and then they'll be your biggest detriment, just like the Pied Piper. All right? But what I want y'all to understand is, don't fall for the finesse. And the fact that you didn't fall for it is what makes them look at you flabbergastically, confused, mad in a sense, because they don't know how you knew. Somebody drop in the comments and say, oh, I knew. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, oh, I knew. But with that being said, y'all, we'll do a quick recap and then we'll get up out of here. Number 1, they caught you off guard, or you caught them off guard, right? Number 2, people think kindness equals greenness. Number 3, what somebody said, all right? Number 4, they expected you to take it. And number 5, y'all, they thought playing on your heart would work. And it won't, y'all. It won't. But with that being said, family, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Join the membership. Go meet your tribe. Y'all be sure to also get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. Be sure to get you a book. And you can book a one-on-one session with your boy. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.